Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome back to my dream garage. Now, there is a big hole in my dream garage for a car. I already have the Macan GTS over there, which was a bit of an unplanned purchase, but we absolutely love that car. But my main fun car, way back in March, I sold my Porsche 718 Boxster GTS in preparation to buy my dream, a 911. And at the end of April, I picked up a 911 991.2 generation GTS Cabriolet. I bought it home, I parked it in this garage, I put the cover on the car. But unfortunately, that car wasn't to be because it went wrong, it went back, it got fixed. It then went wrong again, and when I started it, it looked like this. Now, I documented that story on the channel. That video's done well over 100,000 views. No great surprise there, really. But I decided that that car wasn't for me. I'd lost a lot of confidence in that car. And I know many of you reached out and said, but everything was fixed, the car was sorted, why didn't you keep it? And I don't know. There's just a feeling inside you get, and I knew it wasn't meant to be. So the car went back. I rolled my finance back and I started my dream Porsche hunt once more. And over the past few months, because it's now the beginning of August, I've been looking at Auto Trader and the Porsche used car website, piston heads, and any place where people advertise Porsches. And I've looked at so many online. But I'm happy to report that just a couple of weeks ago, I completed the purchase of my dream Porsche. And today is an exciting day because I head up north and I take this key fob with me, which I teased on social media a few days ago. My key fob will now have the key to a Porsche hanging on it by this time tomorrow. The question is, what have I bought? Where have I bought it from? And why have I bought it? So let's take this key fob, head up north, and tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, I collect my dream Porsche. We can then bring it back to my dream garage, put the cover on it, and it can keep the Macan company. This is an exciting journey. I've been counting down the days for weeks. But tomorrow, it happens. First up, where am I going? Well, first stop tonight is an overnight at my good friend Andrew and Cecile's house in Stratford-on-Avon. So I've had to come through London because that's the only way you can get there by train. And then tomorrow we're going to go up in Andrew's 991.2 Targa 4S up to where I'm picking the car up from. So a bit of an adventure. After a 2-day journey to get up north, we are actually in Stockport, Porsche Centre Stockport, and my new car is inside undercovers. But before we do the reveal, it would be rude not to have a bit of a walk around and have a look at some of their stock. Follow me. So it's my first time here actually at Porsche Centre Stockport. downstairs in Porsche centres, you tend to get all the very new models. So we've got new 992.2, very nice. I'm absolutely loving the Cayenne with the roof tent and the awning on the back. But upstairs, I have a feeling upstairs we've got some really special stuff. I'm kind of beyond excited right now. I know where my car is. It's in the handover bay down there, but I had a very quick look up here, and there's some really, really nice things. Like this 911 ST. And that is a lovely spec as well. Very, very subtle. Black, white wheels. It's got the heritage bucket seats. Very nice. Ooh, 992 cab. That's the new Porsche 50th anniversary turbo livery. I like that a lot. And I love the interior. It's got those tartan seats. Oh, Spider RS. I think that could be perhaps the best car Porsche make. Tempting. There's some lovely things in here. Oh. Now, quick backstory. I actually saw the car I'm about to pick up online quite a while ago. Since I changed out and moved out the 911, I've been looking at every site, as I've said already. I saw this car quite a few weeks ago. I actually bought it a couple of weeks ago because I wanted to have time to get my number plate put on it so that today I've got my private plate on there and we can just drive it home. So I have now ran out of patience. Let's head downstairs to the handover bay and we'll do the grand reveal, and then I'll tell you more about the spec of the car that I've bought. But I have to say, there's some lovely things in here. I wonder how much they want for that ST. Paperwork is done.
Yeah, finally.
Now, my mate Andrew has driven me up today in the Targa, but this is Ben from Apollo, and it's entirely down to you, my friend.
Not entirely.
That you have made
Not entirely.
this dream come true.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. It's been a long time coming, and we're excited to get the cover off.
Yeah. No, should we get the cover off?
Should we do it?
Get the cover
Will
off.
you remove the cover for me?
Always.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Just anything.
Let's get the cover off because, yeah. Oh, the lights are coming on. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1. It's not a 911. I went Spider. Oh my days. I'm actually a little bit emotional now. There you go. Jesus, what a car. Oh, wow. Oh, dear. Right, I'm going to turn the cameras off, look at it, and then I'll walk you around the spec. The journey is complete. The keyring has a new key. It's even coded to the car colour, crayon, so it will match the Macan. But yes, a 718 Spider. I know many of you thought I was going 911 again. I guess I have some explaining to do. But before I do that, let me just quickly walk you around the car and the spec, and I'm going to sit in it for the first time as well. So this is a 2022 718 Spider in crayon, but it has a satin PPF on it, which I just think makes it look mega. Spec-wise, black brake calipers, satin black wheels. It's got some nice touches like the door handles in black. And it is just beyond my words, really. I've never teared up buying a car before, but I did when the covers came off this. I've been so excited for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and to actually be here on collection day is unreal. But I think it's time that I maybe sat in the car for the first time. You will notice inside we've got the carbon buckets, which were high on my list. I looked at lots and lots of Spiders. I decided to make a change from 911 to Spider quite a while ago, and I was only interested in a car with the carbon buckets. And the first time I sit in the car. Now, There will be some debate in the comments, no doubt, because many of you will notice that. And I only have 2 pedals. So that means I went PDK and not manual. I need to explain that choice, but not in this video. For now, I'm just going to enjoy the new car. Oh my days. Whoa. So here I am, sat in my Dream Porsche. I have so many people to thank for this day becoming a reality. First off, all of you guys for following the channel and giving me your support over the last 10 years. That's really enabled this to become the day of my dreams. But the big guys I want to thank are Apollo Capital, Ben and Andy and all the team have really made today possible. The 911 challenges, when that car went back, we rolled the finance back. They were just so easy to deal with, and we kind of started from scratch again, and we started the hunt for another car. And whenever I found a car, I'd send the details to Ben, and he'd run the numbers, and we'd work out whether it was doable or not. And eventually this car came onto my radar, and it's a much newer car. It's a much more expensive car than the 911. It's probably like £11,000 more expensive. But interestingly, because these cars have such good residuals, the finance is only around about £100 a month more than the 911, even though it's a much newer car with much lower mileage. It's 8,500 miles on the clock. So they are really responsible for today. So if you are in need of finance for your car, Apollo Capital are the UK's award-winning finance broker. They specialise in luxury, classic, hypercar and supercar finance. All of the directors of Apollo are passionate car enthusiasts, and they've been financiers since 1997. The full team at Apollo are highly regarded for their expert industry knowledge, and I can lay testament to that. They have been amazing to deal with. So if you are a private individual or business owner, director, or even a company considering funding options on new or pre-owned cars from any dealer, auction, or even a private sale, like me, speak to the team at Apollo for the latest interest rates and finance. My APR rate was single figures, less than 9% actually. They also offer refinancing for current cars and equity release, final balloon payment restructure, and they will lend anything from £50,000 up to £5 million. Didn't need that budget today. So if you're interested, I'll put all their details in the description below. Give them a call, speak to them about financing your car. And you never know, you might well be in my position too. And also, I've just had this lovely present from them as well. I am a big wine fan. I'll be drinking that when I get home. So cheers Apollo for helping me with my dream car and also sponsoring this video. So I've probably got some explaining to do because this isn't a 911. And I know when I sold my Boxster, I made a big thing about going to my dream of owning a 911. And there were lots of drivers and reasons behind that. But my ownership experience of 911 lasted a matter of 4 or 5 weeks. And that did kind of taint my view a little bit. I was really worried that if I went down the 991.2 route again, the same thing would happen. And the 992 that I really wanted, I couldn't afford. It wasn't in budget. So I just started looking at other things. And I've always been a fan of the Spider since I first drove it when it first came out. The other thing though, when I bought the 911, we had 2 dogs, and the rear seats of the 911 were really to kind of take them away with us on adventures. But as many of you know, the day I collected my 911, sadly, we lost one of our dogs. So we've only got 1 dog now, which suddenly means the kind of Boxster format starts to work a little bit more. I've always wanted a Porsche GT product. A GT3 would be the dream, but they are definitely out of my budget. Even if you went back to maybe a 997 or 991, a Cayman GT4, they're great, and I've driven those a lot and spent lots of time in one, but they have a roof. And that was reinforced when I was out with the Summit Tour with Mivia just a few weeks ago. I was in a coupe, and although it was amazing, I missed not being able to look up and see the mountains. So this is a GT4 without a roof. So I started looking at Spiders, realized actually they were well within my budget, and these have such strong residuals because there's an argument to say that we're just not going to see cars like this made anymore. Porsche have announced the end of combustion engined Boxster and Cayman. And I don't think we'll see many manufacturers making a 4-litre naturally aspirated flat 6 anymore. Yes, Joe, I finally have 6 cylinders in my Porsche, so you can stop taking the mickey on the podcast, although you're probably going to take the mickey because I haven't bought a 911, but anyway. There's a much more nuanced argument to be made about why I went PDK and not manual. I'll leave that for my first drive video. I do have my reasoning behind that. But yes, a Spider. I cannot wait for the 5-hour drive home. It's not often you say that, oh, I can't wait to sit in a car for 5 hours. I'm so excited to get behind the wheel of the car. I haven't driven it. I literally, first time I've seen it today. But I want to say a big thank you to Amber and Paul and the whole team here at Porsche Centre Stockport for making the whole experience of buying this car such a good one. They've been brilliant over the phone, and we've done lots of things. They organised me having the sticker plate put on the front. It's been fantastic. Also a big shout out to Michelin. We've got a nice brand new set of Pilot Sport 4S's on this. I need to probably talk about that too, because these came from factory with Cup 2s, but I wanted 4S's on the car, even though it actually had some 4S's on anyway. But I'll explain that on the first drive video. So anyway, next up, I'm going to get in the car and drive home. It's not got a name yet, but Tracy's going to have to help me with that one, because at the moment, I'm not sure. But I am so happy. Oh, I'm being forced to do a cold start. Well, not really. Sports exhaust on. Yeah, sounds quite good, that, doesn't it? So I've been driving for very nearly 4.5 hours. I am 7 miles from home. I've averaged around 30 miles to the gallon, but I've just had the best time ever, and I thought I would just leave you with a little bit of driving impressions up the Petrol Ped hill climb. It is a bit wet and a bit slippy. I have driven the whole way home with the roof down, and this car, me and this car are going to have some adventures. It is perfection, utter perfection. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It's so slippy. Oh wow. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that one. Stay tuned for my first drive video, which will come out next week. But for now, I'm going to go home, park this in my dream garage, and then tomorrow probably need a wash. But if you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you on the next film. You take care, guys. Drive safe.